Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are fine. Today, in this video, we'll start chapter 12 Exponents and Powers. Believe me, this is very interesting chapter, and this chapter is not new to you because you studied it in 7th class also. But in 8th class, you will extend your knowledge about powers and exponents to a very greater extent. So, children, gear up yourself because we are going to have a wonderful session today. Students, you already learned in previous class that exponents is a short form of writing very large numbers and very small numbers. An exponential number has two parts. First part is a base which is multiplied by itself certain number of times, and second part is exponent or power, which tells us the number of times a base is multiplied. For example, we have an exponential number here. In it, it is very clear that 2 is the base and 3 is the exponent. And how do we read this exponential number? We would read it as 2 to the third power or 2 cube or 2 raised to the power 3. So this is something you already know. Let's revise the laws of exponents you studied last year. Students, here we have the laws that you studied last year. Let's revise them one by one along with examples. Remember, here a and b are non-zero integers. It means that they are not equal to 0. So first one is product rule, which says that when you multiply two exponential terms with the same base, the exponents are added. This is its symbolic form. For an example, take 2 raised to the power 4 multiplied by 2 raised to the power 3. What answer will you get? Since they have same base, so their powers will be added and you would get 2 raised to the power 7. This is how first law of exponent, which is product rule, is used. Next is quotient rule, which says that when we divide two exponential terms with the same base, the exponents are subtracted. Let's take an example again. Say 3 to the power 8 is divided by 3 to the power 4. Here, that's very clear that both the exponential terms have same base and they are being divided. So, what will be the answer, children? Here, their powers will be subtracted and it will be 3 raised to the power 8 minus 4 and you would get 3 raised to the power 4. This is how second law of exponent quotient rule is used. Next is power rule. It says that when a term is raised to an exponent and the result of it is raised to another exponent, then the exponents or powers are multiplied. This is its symbolic form. Let's take an example. If I say that I have 2 raised to the power 4, which is an exponential number, and its answer is raised to another power which is square. So how will you solve this? You are going to multiply the powers. So it will be 2 raised to the power 8. 4 into 2 will give you 8. So this is how third law of exponent is used. Next is power of a product rule. This is very important to understand. Though you studied it last year, it says that when the product of two bases is raised to an exponent, then the exponents will be distributed to each of the base. Take an example here. For example, I say that I have an exponential number 2 into 7 whole raised to the power 6. Now here they are going to get a product of 2 and 7. How can we express this expression as? We can write it as 2 raised to the power 6 multiplied by 7 raised to the power 6. Here the exponent is distributed to each of the base. Next is power of a fraction rule. It is more or less similar to the previous one, which is power of a product rule, because it says that when the division of two bases is raised to an exponent, then the exponent is distributed to each of the base. Now here division is going to be done. So let's take an example. If I say that I have 3 by 4 whole raised to the power 5. How can I write it as? I can write it as 3 raised to the power 5 upon 4 raised to the power 5. Here we had two bases. One is 3, another is 4. The division of both of them was raised to an exponent 5. Here I have distributed the exponent to both the bases. So this is how the power of a fraction rule is used. Next is zero exponent. Well, this is the most easiest one, which says that any term, any expression or any number when raised to the power 0 gives you 1. Take an example. If I say that 3 raised to the power 0, what will be the answer of this expression? Yes, it will be equal to 1. So here we have revised all the laws of exponents you studied last year. Students, I want to add one thing here which is very very important. All these laws that we have just revised had a and b as non-zero integers, and the powers here, which are x and y, were natural numbers, because in 7th standard you only worked with positive exponents. You did not study negative exponent, but in this class we are going to deal with negative powers also, negative exponents also. So here again we are going to use all these laws of exponents only, but here x and y will be integers. They will not stick to only natural numbers. They can be positive integers, they can be negative integers. It means that if a and b are non-zero integers and x and y, which are the exponents, are any integer, then also these laws of exponents will be applicable. Students, you already know how to deal with positive exponents. Here we have an example, 2 raised to the power 4. You know what to do? 2 is going to be multiplied by itself 4 times to get 16 as the answer. But what if the exponent is negative? Yes, so here in this class we are going to study law of negative exponent, which says that for any non-zero integer a raised to the power minus n is equal to 1 upon a raised to the power n, which can be said in this form also. A raised to the power minus n is the reciprocal of a raised to the power n. What is the meaning of reciprocal? Reciprocal means swapping of numerator and denominator. Let's understand this by taking an example. Say, I have an exponential number with negative exponent 3 raised to the power minus 4. Using this law of exponent, how can I convert this negative exponent into positive? I can write it as the reciprocal of its positive exponent. What will be its positive exponent? The positive exponent of 3 to the power minus 4 will be 3 to the power 4. So, 3 to the power minus 4 is written as the reciprocal of 3 to the power 4. Take one more example. Say, I have x to the power minus 5. Now, how will I write it as? I will write it as the reciprocal of its positive exponent. What will be its positive exponent? Its positive exponent will be x to the power 5. So in short, we can say that all negative exponents can be expressed as their positive reciprocals. Do you wonder why are we converting negative exponents into positive? Because any expression that has negative exponent is not considered to be in its simplest form. That's why we have to convert a negative exponent into positive. Now look here children. Here we are given two examples. One is 3 to the power minus 2. Now 3 to the power minus 2 is written as the reciprocal of its positive, that is 1 upon 3 square. Now we have revised all the laws of exponents and we have studied law of negative exponent also. I want to tell you one thing here students. We have done all the laws where a and b were non-zero integers, right? Where base were integers. Want to tell you one thing. If base is not an integer and if it is any rational number, then also all these laws are going to work. So if a upon b be any rational number and m and n, which are the powers or exponent, are any integers, then also they are going to work. So here look at this example. We have 2 upon 7 whole raised to the power negative 4, which can be written as the reciprocal of its positive exponent. Or if you don't understand this according to the definition, you can just remember two steps how to convert it into positive exponent. You just have to write the reciprocal of the fraction given. So the reciprocal of 2 upon 7 is 7 upon 2, and the negative exponent automatically gets converted into positive exponent. Remember these steps children. Let's solve one question here. We are given x to the power 5 divided by x to the power 10. Here we can see that two exponents are divided with same base. So according to the law of exponent, their powers will be subtracted. So here their powers are subtracted. After subtraction, you have got x raised to the power minus 5. Now here pay attention, the power is negative. So what we are going to do? Yes, we are going to convert it into positive exponent. So this negative exponent can be written as the reciprocal of its positive exponent. So that's how we have got 1 upon x to the power 5 as the answer. Students, I have 4 different cases here. Let's discuss them one by one. They are going to be useful for you in solving questions based on exponents. So here first one is 5 to the power 2 or 5 square. Here it's clear that the exponent is positive. How are you going to solve it? You will simply multiply the base by itself 2 times, which is 5 into 5, and the answer will be 25. That's how you will solve the first one. Next is 5 to the power minus 2. Now how are you going to solve 5 to the power minus 2? Well, the exponent here is negative. Now what we have studied, negative exponent is first converted into positive. So here 5 to the power minus 2 can be written as the reciprocal of its positive exponent. Further on, what is the value of 5 to the power 2, which is 5 square? It is 25. This will be the answer of second case, where positive base with negative exponent is there. Coming to third case, here we have negative base with positive exponent. What are we going to do over here? We have to concentrate on exponent. Here exponent is positive. So no need to find its reciprocal. We will simply multiply the base by itself 2 times. So here minus 5 when multiplied by minus 5 will give you positive 25. Next is negative base with negative exponent. So here what are we going to do? Exponent is negative. So first this negative exponent will be converted into positive. So when it is converted into positive, it would be this 1 upon minus 5 raised to the power positive 2, which is a square. Now how will you solve it? It will be 1 upon minus 5 into minus 5 will give you 1 upon positive 25. Have you understood it? Now? Here we have an expression based on exponential numbers. We need to simplify it and we need to give our answer in exponential form only. Students, this solving this expression is not at all new to you because you did it in last class also. But yes, here we have negative powers which is new to you. So let's see what we can carry it out. Here, first of all, we can see that we are given an expression inside the bracket that involves division of two exponential numbers with same base. Now just before some time we have revised all the laws. So we know that when two exponential numbers with same base are divided, then their powers are subtracted. So we have subtracted their powers. On simplifying it, finally we'll get 3 to the power 3. And this 3 raised to the power minus 5 is written in every step as it is. Further on, moving forward to it, we will observe that we are left with this expression. Here it is 3 raised to the power 3 or 3 cube we can say multiplied by 3 to the power minus 5. Now here we can observe two exponential numbers are multiplied with same base. So when two exponential numbers are multiplied with same base, then what happens? Then their powers are added. So we are going to again add the powers. Finally, we will get 3 to the power minus 2. Now here 3 to the power minus 2 is a negative exponent. We just can't leave it like this. So we have to convert it into positive exponent. Again, you know what to do. To convert it into positive exponent, we are going to write it as the reciprocal of its positive exponent. So finally, 1 upon 3 to the power 2 is the answer in exponential form for this given expression. Students, now you have to practice questions of first exercise 12.1. I am going to post solutions also for the exercise questions. In case you get any doubt, any query, you are free to share your doubts.